right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back. The Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only run champion spotlight. Today we're going to be looking at Grumbler, a hero that most of you probably don't have and don't use, or probably fed to your other heroes. So yeah, he's going to be an interesting cat. I know a lot of people don't really like him, and I actually, when I showed him a couple times, people were like, I don't like him. It's like, yeah, well. We're going to see how he does. All right, so let's see what he's about and why everyone doesn't really like him. Let's take a look at his reviews. Yeah, he doesn't have great reviews. Obviously, he's not good in Spider. Yeah, but either way, let's check out his skills. So he attacks one enemy, places a shield buff on this champion equal to 10% of their max HP for 2 turns. So every time he attacks, he gets a shield. So that's cool. It's also based on HP and defense, so it's a combined thing. Attacks one enemy, places a 50% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. If this was 100%, it'd be better, obviously, but he's a rare. 50% will do. He also places Ally Protect on all allies for 2 turns and places an increased defense buff on this champion for 2 turns. So he's basically a shield. We put him in faultless defense because he can. He doesn't increase defense, does he? Yeah, he does increase defense on this champion. So faultless defense is good because he's actually going to reflect a portion of the damage back. So we could honestly use him even in Fire Knight or something like that. It would be pretty useful actually. So surprisingly enough, we might use him. We might use him there. All right, let's check out what we've got on him. So we put him in a bolster set. We want him to have a shield. He's mainly there because we were using him to get through faction wars because we needed to stay alive, and he actually works with that because he puts up a shield. He puts up a shield on himself. He has an ally protect, and we can put him in a bunch of HP and defense, and it works really well. We do have him with a defense glove. We don't really care about his crit rate so much. He's got defense on his chest. I just used it because it was a 6-star. I get it's a flat stat. Probably wasn't the best option, but it's what we have. And then we have speed on his boot. We do have an HP ring, we have an HP amulet, and we have resistance on his banner because he is going to be getting hit by things. His resistance isn't too crazy. I think it's a little bit high, or it's a 234. It's nothing great. So he's got almost 60,000 HP. He's got 2,200 attack. He's got 3,400 defense. 169 on the speed. We definitely want to speed him up. This is just the gear that we had at the time. Crit rate is 59, crit damage 68. Once again, don't care. And his accuracy is 167. I don't really care about his accuracy because we're basically using him as a meat shield, and that's it. He basically kind of reminds me of Master Butcher in a sense, where I don't care how much damage he does. Like, I don't care if he does any damage, to be honest. He's there to keep the team alive, and that's all he's good for. Now, would I use him in the arena? I mean, I think the answer is obvious here, but we're gonna do it anyway. Um, the question is, can he stay alive? That's really the question, right? That's what we want to know. So now I think she heals and does some stuff like that. So let's just see real quick. Where's Grumbler? Let's just go in by ourselves and we'll see who can handle themselves. See, she's going to do a bunch of debuffs and attack down and smite. Let's see. He's not going to do any damage. So if she heals even a little bit, he's going to die. So now he's going to keep building up a shield. And she's going to also steal the shield. See, she steals shields. This could be like one of those funny fights where like it just goes on forever. Now this is a legendary hero that everyone got. All right, now he's going to keep putting up a shield. See what I mean? So is this something that is useful to you in the arena? I mean, you would really have to work hard for this to be something that's like useful in here. As you can see, if I brought in a damage dealer, I could have just basically one-shot her or frozen her or done something like that to kind of just kill her real quick, right? That's probably our best action. Now, it looks like he's only going to attack, which is fine. this this is funny. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we're gonna watch the whole thing because it's just ridiculous. And I honestly, this hero's ridiculous. So I think that's kind of why I wanted to use this. Now it looks like he's gonna basically be able to hold his own. How much damage is she doing? 4,000? I don't think this hero is not built for attack. I think if this was an attack hero, we would be much worse. The other thing that's stinky is that she steals buffs, which makes it worse because she's going to steal his shield every time. So that's annoying, which is only reason, by the way, that this fight is going as long as it is because she's stealing his shield. But as you can see, he can take it. Like, it doesn't really matter. I mean, this isn't a crazy strong hero. All right. It's just a hero. She's level 50. We're not going to finish this, but yeah, just so you can kind of see the point of him is that he's going to be able to stay alive, and that's the point. We don't really care. Let's see what team can we bring him in against that would be useful. I don't think anything. Let's just see here. Let's bring him in with this team. Now we're going to bring my main team in. We'll bring in. You know what we'll do? We'll bring Pig Boy. We'll bring Pig Boy. Actually, removal of debuffs, removal of buffs would be probably helpful here. So maybe we'll bring her. We're not going to auto it anyway, so we're going to see. I would normally bring in defense down because of frickin' him, but you know, whatever. So we'll do attack up. He's going to be the slowest, so he's going to go last. We're not going to use anything except attack. Yeah, this is chance of placing. There we go. Weaken. All right, so now we are going to use an ally protect. There we go. Now he's going to use block damage, which is why we wanted to do what we did. We're going to see if we can remove all that crap. So now Wukong didn't kill us because that extra damage went to him. Actually, no, they removed our buffs, right? So now we're going to try and kill her because she's a problem. I forgot that he's on there. So now we're gonna remove everything. There you go. Everybody's got their stuff taken off. We don't need heal reduction as of right now, right? What does this do? Attack. The attacks one enemy. Let's just try it. Let's use it. Whatever. All right. So we got heal reduction on. Actually, that is not bad. Heal reduction on what's his name? Death Knight. But she removes all the buffs, which is why it's a pain in the ass. So we're gonna try and see if we can get a second hit there. That decreases turn meter. And everyone's dead. All right, so if we didn't have her removing all the buffs, I think that might have been useful. We're going to try that again. All right, so let's see if we can do this. We're going to try this a different way. Try a different approach. Um, what are we going to do? We're going to do, we're going to do, no, we're going to bring her. We're going to bring her in because the removal didn't matter because we weren't going to do any damage anyway. So let's just say we do that. We'll use some freezing. We will, now that everyone's locked, we'll use this. And then we are going to use, actually we can't do it. So she's going to remove it all. I don't know why I did that. Oh wait, he's back. All right, we're good. So now we can remove that, block damage again. And now hopefully she gets her turn in. There we go. All right, so that's fine. Let's take him out. And then we're going to use this to block skills. There we go. She's dead, so we're good. Let's take him. The ally protection would have been nice. He's gonna be he's gonna be a problem though. We need to get him frozen. All right, good. Let's say he's gonna be a problem. Let's kill Death Knight. Let's do this. Oh, that's right. We have block buffs. We don't have ally protection, so we're just gonna attack him and then kill you. All right. I should have attacked her, but she has the reduction. We don't have anything here that we can do to stop him. All right, so that's fine. Ooh, that's not good. That is a bad thing. All right, hopefully we get the turn. We do. Oh, there we go. Screw Wukong. All right, so there you go. F this guy and his stupid team. But once again, Grumbler, would I consider this? No. Not even a little bit would I think that Grumbler is going to be the reason we win in an arena fight. He obviously was not. We lost because of him. No, actually, it was really her removing our defense up that kind of stopped, that made it so that he was a pain in the butt. So if we don't have somebody who can remove things like that, I think that would be a much better idea. Heal reduction is good. I would try it here, but I think she also puts up a block. What is it? Block debuffs. So basically having heal reduction is useless. You have to have removal of debuffs. And more than likely, this is going to be someone who has I actually fought one like this before. It was kind of annoying because she just keeps healing herself nonstop. All right. So yeah, would I use him there? No, I would not. Clan boss. I don't know. Would I use him in here? I doubt it. Let me see. Where are we at? We're in Nightmare. You know what? Let's just try it out. Let's go in here. We're going to take her out. Her out. I don't know. It's one of those weeks. All right, where's Grumbler? Where's my boy? We're gonna put him in. Put me in, coach. Let's see if he's even useful in here. I'm curious if he. I have a feeling he's just gonna make the fight go longer and then die. But he does have ally protection, so maybe he'll stop. Maybe he'll stop someone from dying. I don't know. And we're also on red, so we're gonna get a bad showing here because this is. I just realized that we are in uh force affinity here. Now, like I said, is this someone we could use here? Probably. I mean, you could possibly use it. I mean, if you're having trouble in the beginning and you just happen to have Grumbler, I mean, is he going to be your first choice? I mean, probably not. Like Myrmidon would be better because he has attack down, so there are better options for this kind of situation. But if Grumbler is all you have and you want your team to stay alive longer, I mean, sure, defense. He's got the defense. He's got the ally protect. He's got a bunch of stuff going on. And I mean, he like I said, as long as you build him for just defense, he's going to be useful. And he has been useful. I've used him. He actually helped us get through a lot more levels in the Dwarf Faction Crypt. We got up to, I think we're on stage. We'll look after this. I forgot how many levels we beat, but he did help us get through it. So it's not like he's not useless. All right, is what I'm saying. He's just funny. He's an interesting character, is what he is. He's someone that you're going to have to play with once in a while, and he might get you through a dungeon or something in the city one time. You know what I mean? He's going to be that guy. He's not going to be the guy that you're like, oh, I'm going to Grumbler. He's the one I'm going to use. Even though we're going to use him in higher end stuff now, it's he's not recommended over anyone else probably. Like I said, I would bring Myrmidon in here way before I would bring Grumbler. It's really just for that dwarf only situation where you don't have anyone else that can do the ally protect and defense, which funny enough is dwarf because dwarves are a really good faction. They're a little bit lacking in their rare department. It's funny because the rares that are in dwarves that are good are insanely good. The problem is they don't really mesh well together as far as like a team. It's mostly like they're all good. Like Candleguard is good. What is it? Who is it? Avir. You've got Madman. Like the ones that are in there are good, but they don't mesh as a team to stay alive long enough. Which is why Grumbler kind of complements all those heroes because you can use your attack down with Avir. You've got Leech and some decent attack with Madman. You've got more attack from Candleguard and some weakens and removal of debuffs. And who's the other one? Who's the other one? And then Master Butcher, not super useful in the crypt, only because he doesn't do a lot of damage. And I mean, he does protect your team from dying, but at the same time, if he dies, we don't have a resurrector right now, just because that's all we're using is the rares. So now we have, I've actually never heard the music to this. It's really epic. I always have the volume down when I do it. That's why. Who plays Raid Shadow Legends with music? Well, no, lower it. But I was like, we'll leave it. I want it to be epic. I want epic music. All the poisons. I mean, if we get a really good score on this, I think honestly around 20 million on Force Affinity is not terrible. We also don't have Smite on Mithral anymore. My damage has gone down significantly since we stopped using Smite on her. It was good for the Fire Knight, but I think at this point we might put her back. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sold on it yet. We'll see because I do want to beat more Fire Knight. But Grumbler is not going to be. I don't think he's going to save this team. Let's put it that way. You never know though. I mean, they're staying alive. I'm curious how much damage he's going to do. It's probably going to be like nothing because, like I said, he doesn't do anything. I think it shows how much damage you take too. All right. We'll see. I'm curious how much damage he took for the team. He is the definition of take one for the team. It'd be nice if he was the distraction. I got to switch the mastery. I think there was a mastery right there that gets him to be the distraction. Either way, I think it would be good. If Grumbler's the one that gets hit all the time, that would be nice. All right, so he's taking some hits. Look at that. But the problem with this specific team right now with Grumbler is that yes, he's going to take the hits and stop someone else from dying. But if he dies, we don't have anyone to resurrect him. So we are screwed, as they say. He's just soaking in the damage. He's a baby Myrmidon who is also a baby Visix. I can't say enough good things. You could put Myrmidon and Grumbler on one team, and then just have ally and Visix, and you'll just have nonstop ally protection. Put that in the arena and see what happens. See, now I'm kind of curious how that would work if we did an arena team like that. See, because they only have to make it so that we don't die, right? That's the whole thing. I don't think so. Grumbler and Myrmidon together. I don't see, but the problem is no one heals in that team. So if you put Grumbler, maybe Mithrala, but she doesn't heal. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Put them all in like shield sets. I think actually I might have them all in shield set except for Visix. I mean, he's doing better than I thought. I'm not gonna lie. I really I really didn't think he was gonna last too long here, but he is pretty tanky. Like he's not the best tanky that I've got in this game, but he's up there. Like look at that. He's not really taking much damage, which is bad, I guess. We want him to take damage, right? And we only get ally protect for one round, right? So there you go. He just saved Kale's life. So basically, he's really good for those single hits, but eventually the main hit is going to just become too much for him because he's going to take damage from everyone, and that's when you're going to see, yeah, like he's taking way more damage there. But imagine we get like the best score we've ever had just because of freaking Grumbler. It'd be nice if this was one of the better. All right, so say even with Grumbler, Kale took too much damage. Like I said, I didn't think we were going to even get. I said 20 million is basically like a a best case scenario for this team on force. Like that's a good run. So I think if we can do that, say he took that hit, nice. Now everybody else here is pretty defensive. Kale was my least defensive hero. Ooh, Grumbler is taking it. Granted, Grumbler only has, remember, 3,500 defense. You could easily get his defense up higher. And down goes Grumbler. Let's see if these two boneheads can do a couple million. I think we did 30 million last time with my main team, so I don't think it matters. I think we're good with this fight. I don't think the world's gonna end if we don't do this. I mean, like I said, he's okay. He's not great. What did he do? Yeah, he did 100,000 damage. He does no damage, and he didn't really bring much to the table as far as ally protect. I mean, he kept people alive a little bit, but yeah, no, not good. So yeah, say we did 49 million. 16 of that was from the team we just had. All right. So terrible, terrible, terrible. And I wouldn't probably recommend him. Like I said, the reason I would say that Myrmidon is a better option in this situation is probably because he has the attack down and he's just a better hero in general. He does more damage, things like that. All right. So where else would I use him? I mean, honestly, like I said, nowhere. There's not really many places that I could think of other than Faction Wars. Like the only reason we're building him specifically is for Faction Wars. I mean, look, we're at 54. So what is that? So we need three more fights, right? Yeah. So we're on stage 19. We finished everything up until stage 19 on Dwarf. Um, so yeah, and that's with him on the team. All right. We were at I think 40 something before we got Grumbler. So now we've been able to push through. We got 3 stars on the boss because he was able to keep the team alive, and we got us through some fights. Now we just need some heroes that can take down some strong enemies. So he is good for faction wars. All right. So don't think that he's like, oh, he's not the worst hero. All right. He's definitely not the best in any way. All right. I wouldn't say go build him today, but he's not the worst. He's not the best. He's just one of those middle ground heroes who can kind of do stuff. You could use him in Hydra. You can use him pretty much anywhere, clan boss. That's like the main thing I could think of that he would be good for. Which we actually, I don't even know if we did a fight. We did do a fight. We did a bad fight. Let's just go in here. Let's just see what happens if we bring in a bunch of ally protect heroes. Let's see. Just for funsies. All right, we're gonna bring Apothecary. We're gonna bring. Wait. Where do you go? Here's Grumbler. And who was the other one? Murmurdin, right? Let me see. I'm curious. I'm just curious how a ton of we're gonna waste a key for this. All right, so we've got him. We'll put her here. We're gonna bring him into heal, and we're gonna bring her in to speed up the team. I'm just this is me just curious. That's what this is. This is a what happens if you bring in a ton of ally protect heroes into a fight? Does everybody do ally protect and everyone have fun? The bad part here is they're gonna remove our buffs anyway, and then they'll have ally protect. Because there's no damage in this team, by the way. I'm just curious how long they'll last, to be honest. This is a very Final Fantasy-esque fight. I remember because I just started playing Final Fantasy 14 again, and this kind of reminds me of it. Just the music and the battle itself. If this team does like millions of damage, I'm gonna be like, what the hell happened here? I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Oh, they actually survived that. See, we have no reviver either. Like I said, I'm just curious. I was just curious about the defense part of this. It looks like Grumbler is the one surviving. All right. So now we can't really base it on defense and how strong they are because technically speaking, these hydras choose random people to attack, right? So like they could have just really focused on Myrmidon and maybe he just died first. I mean, he's surviving longer than everyone. This is going not how I figured. Look at that. Look at Grumbler go, man. He's gonna be the last one standing. He is. He- he's gonna outwit this Hydra. I mean, they'll kill him eventually, but he's taking these damage. He's taking damage like a champ, though. Look at that. He's not really getting hurt at all with his 3,500 attack. See, I actually kind of want to now make a Grumbler team for Hydra. Like, I want to make a team with Grumbler in it and see if he can pull out some serious damage. Because he could stop people from dying, right? We have 13 of those poison things. I forgot he puts up the shield every time, too. Now, he's going to eventually lose all his HP. Look at that. That was the big hit, and it didn't even really do much to him. They're just toying with their food. That did a little bit of damage there. That little shield is kind of nice. See, like he's basically just he's deflecting like two or three hits. So by the time if you had a healer in here that could keep him up, yeah, he could probably go for a very long time in here. All right. We're gonna do a free regroup because I actually do want to try him out with some other teams before the week before it ends. So yeah, I mean, like I said, he's good enough. You can use him, and honestly, out of all that stuff, I think Hydra is probably the one place I would consider using him as like a team member for like maybe the second or third team, probably the third team, just because I have other things going on with other teams. But where the hell? What, he disappears. But yeah, I mean, he's not bad. He's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's crazy because this kit technically on paper sucks, and yeah, but that shield on this A1, it's just like it keeps him alive, and that's the point. We want him to stay alive, and he was the last one standing, and by a long margin too. Like he was alive for a while. So yeah, I definitely think he's someone that if you need an ally protect hero and you can build him better than mine, with some really good defense, like 4 or 5 thousand defense ish. Get some HP on him, and I think you got yourself an ally protect hero that can keep himself alive. It's good. If he had regen, maybe. I mean, if you put him in a regen set where he could heal himself back up, give him a ton of health, because his attacks, remember, his attacks are based on HP and defense. All right, so, and I know you don't want him to do damage, but and the shield is equal to 10% of his max HP. So to be honest, putting him in all HP would probably be your best bet. As much HP as you could, get him over that 80 to 100,000 mark. Yeah, you've got yourself a tank that can regen himself to hell. Yeah, put him in a regen set. He's never going to die. He's just going to keep going. So yeah, I don't think he's that bad. I think he's underutilized. That's what it is. And he has a very cute beard. All right, so that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'd like to hear from you guys. Let me know if you use Grumbler or if you hate him or if you think you could use him now that I've done this video. If you think he's useful for some things now, or if you just kind of gave up on him and said he sucks. But yeah, I mean, if you love him, let me know. And as always, like, share, subscribe. It is good for the channel. You help us grow. We do a live stream every single week. And yeah, that's it for today. This is Grumbler, the hidden gem of a dwarf. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.